It's quite intimidating in that Honda Civic with all that muscle behind you, but here we go. So Ryan Gemmell leading the pack in that Dodge Charger from 2006 around the Sunset corner to get us underway. Good field, decent sized field, heading into the sunshine. Never easy at dusk here at Sebring. Line of vision not good as the green flag waves and away we go, and already that Tundra making good ground on the outside, and looks as though may well have taken the whole shot there, as through goes the number 8 of Shannon Ivey. And that new system of electronic flags both on the dashes and on the outside, helping the marshals do their job and just bringing a little bit more modernity to both SVRA and all of Tony Perella's series. And winding up now down towards the Bridge Hall right-hander at 7. Gemmell has got back into the lead, and somebody locking up there, but do they make it round, I wonder? There's the Home Depot car, the car number 20. Bouncing over the curves. Claire Schwendeman there in that Monte Carlo. The orange and white, very distinctive. And pretty handy indeed. Good start from Joe Nemechek. He hasn't lost a bit of it, has he? Laying down some rubber in the Tundra. Always amazes me how they do the weight distribution on those cars, because you just feel like it would be a really taily car or truck, however you want to describe it, but it looks as though it would be a handful. But the way they set them up and the way they do the weight distribution means that they really can race them very hard indeed and make them actually pretty good race cars. So coming on to the Almond Straight, here they come, the leaders, the birds flying out of the way. This the first lap, and already building on that lead, Nemechek, and pushing hard. Gemmell still second, but now under pressure himself from Kurt Voigt. Beautiful sound. They were out this morning when I got here, and absolutely fantastic sound they make as they scream by the pit complex. And that was an excellent 2:12.0 from Nemechek, giving himself a 2-second lead already in just a matter of a lap. And we're on to that second lap. The Tundra's gone, isn't it? From above you can see the gap he's built up. It's some 3 or 4 car lengths already as he navigates through the turn 3 complex and under the bridge. Front row Joe, they called him. Still do. And what an honor to have as we look at the stock cars. One of the greatest of all time, Richard Petty here. And for those of you who weren't with us earlier, Richard Petty still on the grounds here at Sebring. And the reason why he was our Grand Marshal, well, one of the reasons, not only is he a Hall of Famer, of course, and an icon of the sport, a 7-time NASCAR champion, but Trans Am began here back in 1966. And in fact, Richard Petty, who was the current, at the time, 1966 NASCAR Cup Series champion, raced in Trans Am for a couple of races. He reckoned he made about 6 laps here, that's all. At Sebring anyway. But the reason, well, the main reason he's here is because his famous 43 is back in action here at Sebring, but in Trans Am today. We're talking about his grandson, Thad Moffitt, who literally is just starting out in his career, and like so many youngsters is using the chance to learn these wonderful Trans Am cars and the road courses of America to get themselves dialed in for their career ahead. And we've seen it with the likes of Mosak and many others, just how useful it can be. As Joe Nemechek back down the Almond Straight again, and I was about to say increasing his lead, but the gap was 2 seconds. We'll see when he comes across the line if he's improved it. 2.1 to be correct. And it's Holly in second place, Gemmell now third, Lecomte up to 4th place. And in fact, Holly was quicker that last lap and has taken the gap down to a second. So it could be a good race, this, if it continues this way. Holly doing a good job of keeping Nemecek honest. Some other good battles going on throughout as we head on to lap 3. Finally, our first proper look at the 27. And a good battle between Corey Cochran and Brian Pritchard in the 69 and the 88. Samuel Lecomte was the man we were looking at in the number 29. So 3 laps gone, and it's Nemecek, Holly, and Gemmell. Then Lecomte 4th, bit of a gap to him. Rocco Arnold 6th, Ivy 7th, Cochran 8th. Schwindemann in 9th position, and Kurt Voigt rounding out the top 10. Lost a few places. Corey Cochran just going through shot in the Silverado. Nicely painted, beautiful car. Truck, I should say. High above, you can hear the roaring engines. It's absolutely glorious. Perfect way to finish the day here. Clean those ears out with a bit of noise. And just a reminder for those of you watching on the Speed Tour YouTube channel, we'll be back tomorrow, local time, early in the morning, about 9 a.m. And we'll have a full day of SVRA, Trans Am, and action throughout. And if you're here at the track, don't forget Simcraft are here with a couple of displays at the Trans Am hauler. A chance to sit in a Simcraft simulator and experience true motion simulation. And also, just a reminder that if you're a Trans Am fan, you'll be able to catch the highlights of each and every Trans Am on MAV TV this season in the prime time on Thursday, 8 and 9 p.m. We're on the final lap now, and once again, it's Joe Nemecek totally dominating proceedings in the Tundra. And try as they might, Holly did a good job of staying with him, and the gap is still officially only 1.1. Somebody in the dirt there in the background as we took a look at the M&M car. 38 of Kurt Voigt. Now, they've got Kurt Voigt in 10th position, and so he's dropped from his 3rd position start, so something's gone wrong for Kurt Voigt. We've got a good battle here on, though, for the podium. Here we go. Nemecek's got the lead coming into 7, but it's the battle for 2nd and 3rd we should concern ourselves with. Here we go. It's Holly and Gemmell. Gemmell coming ever closer with a discount tyre, Dodge. Speed limit 35, that's a bit out of date. You forget how close it is to the real road. Nemecek, though, just weaving his way through the woods here at Sebring for the last time. Final lap of the race here for the stock cars, feature race 1. They'll be out again tomorrow. And it looks as though Holly's going to hold on. And down towards the final complex here. The Mission Foods complex before the Ullman Straight, and then down towards Sunset for the final time. And here we go, down that back straight there. A quick look in the mirrors from Joe Nemecek, but there's no real need. He's got a good, healthy lead. And he's going to power on in that Tundra to victory. Will Gemmell make one last gasp? I wonder, I doubt it. I think Holly's got this covered. But it is a wide last corner, and there's always a chance of a nip up the inside. But there's the checkered flag. Nemecek wins it from Holly. Gemmell is 3rd, and a close finish also from Lecomte in the 29. He gets up there as well. And yeah, that tightened up nicely at the end. But well done again. Another victory then for Joe Nemecek here in SVRA. So it's been a good day of racing here. Day 1 of the 2023 season for the Speed Tour. And stay with us. We've got some great racing, including SVRA, Trans Am, Formula 4 Americas, and Formula Regional Americas, the 2 prestigious single-seater series which begin at NOLA in a couple of weeks' time. We'll also be bringing Trans Am to NOLA before we head to Road Atlanta mid-March. Bit of a break in April, but the tour continues. Let's take a look at the results then. Confirmation in our stock cars. NetJets feature race 1. Joe Nemechek with the Toyota taking the win over Scott Holley in second, and then Ryan Gemmell, Samuel Lecomte, Jeff Rocco, Shannon Ivey, Lee Arnold 7th, Corey Cochran in 8th, Kurt Voigt 9th, and Claire Schwindeman taking 10th position in the Monte Carlo. Let's take a look at some of the highlights then as the sun begins to set here at Sebring. And the action came fast and furious throughout the day, and we finished off nicely with some good stock car racing. And here it is. Away we went from the start, and no, Joe Nemechek didn't waste any time in taking the lead ahead of Holley. Gemmell losing out early on, Kurt Voigt going backwards for a while. Some good midfield battles, but it was all the tundra of Nemechek. Also in action, the number 20, Claire Schwindeman, finishing out in the top 10 eventually. Holley would chase him down and got him within a second, and it was a nice close finish in the end, but there was no question marks over the winner. Joe Nemechek does it again in SVRA.